Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now May 11th of 2021. Now, one major project that a lot of fans are really looking forward to by both Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni is of course the Ahsoka Tano series, as well as the reformed version of Rangers of the New Republic, given that it does take place just shortly after Return of the Jedi. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one thing about Disney and Lucasfilm is that we do know that they are working on over a dozen Star Wars projects in the mix. This really does lead a lot of fans to wonder, is this oversaturation of the franchise? Is this really healthy for the Star Wars universe? That is the biggest question open on the table for discussion. Again, like I always say, it's all about the quality of these shows that will determine just that. I don't care how many shows they want to throw out on Disney Plus. A lot of them are going to be limited anyway to begin with, so they're not going to have like a second or third season, such as the Kenobi series. That's just going to be apparently 6 episodes, 1 hour each. Basically, you're looking at a 6-hour movie. So, beyond all of this, Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, they're on a mission to delivering tons of Star Wars Legends material back into the Disney canon. Essentially, what they want to do is they want to take all of the fan favorite segments from the old expanded universe and throwing it into the new universe and treating it in a slightly different way, but at the same exact time, doing their absolute best to stay true to the Legends stories, right? So, the thing that really strikes me the most is the fact that Jon Favreau obviously is trying to hire as many creators as possible for future projects, as well as other actors to come on board of those projects to really propel the franchise in a better future, to kind of line it more up with Marvel and where it's at right now. Some would disagree and say that Marvel's declining, but we'll have to wait and see. I mean, No Way Home is looking like it's going to be a big success. So, with that being said, of course, with both Disney and Lucasfilm focused on their new Star Wars universe, it's best described that creators Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are actively developing their new Star Wars projects, such as the Ahsoka series, which is set to actually feature the Worlds Between Worlds, and so much more. However, Jon Favreau is said to be pre-planning tons of new TV shows that have yet to be announced for Disney Plus that will be announced this fall. So, this fall, guys, is a big time. Jon Favreau is described to be making a big and exciting decision for the Star Wars universe moving ahead for a brand new unknown project. It's best noted that Jon Favreau recently has multiple conversations and virtual meetings going on with actor Henry Cavill to join his new Star Wars TV series for Disney Plus. Now, it's currently unknown if this new show will be in live-action and/or animated form. However, Henry Cavill is said to have great interest in joining the Star Wars universe, and is described to have another final meeting with Jon Favreau in early June to begin the hiring process. Jon Favreau is said to have been impressed with his Witcher series on Netflix and felt that it was a great form of inspiration for a new character design that Jon Favreau is about to introduce into the Star Wars canon. Now, this project is set to be announced this fall, and that they are aiming to release the series by 2023 or 24 at the latest for the streaming service. Now, since Cavill seems to be detached from the DC universe moving ahead, leaving Cavill tons of room for other franchises, Favreau believes that Cavill could even do more than one project if he is up for the task. Cavill is said to be a Star Wars fan at heart and is very interested in joining this new expanded universe. So, let me just say one thing right now as to why I believe this is the Old Republic related. We do know that George, John, and Dave are working on Old Republic stories, both in animated and live-action form, to release at some point in time in 2024 to 2025. Now, this unknown project that will be announced this fall, it's going to be a big deal. It's going to be on the same exact level as MCU's Phase 4 announcement. I think what they're trying to do is that they're trying to ultimately get a lot more A-list actors on board of Star Wars to attract fans of those actors to create new Star Wars fans. That seems to be their goal, but I don't believe that that is the actual driving force by Jon Favreau. Again, like I say, Jon Favreau is very much invested in what Cavill did with the Witcher TV series on Netflix, and if you look at his character in The Witcher, let me tell you, you can really see how he could either be possibly a Jedi and or a Sith. Now, when we go ahead and dive deeper here, this is where things begin to really elevate and get more interesting, is that Henry Cavill is indeed a Star Wars fan. In fact, there's even more proof about this. If you go back to 2017, he did multiple posts on his Instagram about May the 4th and celebrating with his dog and stuff around those lines. So that does fit into the equation. Jon Favreau respects those that are actual fans of the franchise to join his projects. And given that Cavill is a fan, at least on some level, that really just kind of makes things all the more better. Now, as to exactly what Jon Favreau is doing, alright, it's either the Old Republic in live action and or animated form, we're still not quite sure about that, or this is going to be something completely new that we are not expecting at all in the least. Again, this fall, within the November to early December timeframe, a lot of major announcements of TV shows and movies will be announced. We're going to be getting an updated roadmap of Star Wars, and also at Star Wars Celebration of 2022, more shows and movies will be announced on top of that. In fact, Disney's already experimenting on throwing new movies onto the streaming service while also creating theatrical release movies. So you can see how they're really trying to go overboard with the franchise. But like I said, as long as it's all quality, it's all fine. If they're just going to be throwing out content like movies and TV shows that are meaningless, then it's not going to really have a major impact on the fandom, right? So here's the other thing that I think a lot of fans need to know that's very, very intriguing, of course, is that the fact that we have the final meeting taking place between Jon and Cavill, apparently, this June, that's going to be initiating the hiring process for this project, that would pretty much align everything up directly with pre-production beginning for this show at some time in late 2022. So that really does speak volumes between Jon and Dave and what they're trying to do with Star Wars overall. I think that the fans have been speaking their mind, speaking up, and demanding Disney to fix everything Star Wars, and that's exactly what they're doing. It really seems like that's exactly what Disney is doing right now, to really throw the Star Wars universe in a better direction. You know, obviously Kathleen Kennedy's working on the Acolyte series. That is not going to be all that interesting to the majority of the fandom. That's really dedicated to a small portion of the fandom that wants to experience Kathleen Kennedy's vision of Star Wars, and that's fine. You know, that could be for that small portion. Of course, a lot of fans are most likely going to check it out to see exactly what in the world it looks like, either for laughs or for entertainment, or just to see exactly if it's good or bad. We'll have to wait and see how that performs, but this major decision by Jon Favreau is huge. It really does tell us that things are really going in the right direction for the franchise. Like I say, more A-list actors. It's happening on all fronts here with TV shows and movies for Star Wars. That's what they want to do, and that's what they are already doing. That's what they want to use as a technique to really gain some more fans of the franchise and to create new ones as well, and to also bring back some of the lost fans that left from the sequel trilogy movies, such as Episode 9. So, like I said, guys, you know, drop a comment below. Let me know about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to